Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Abdullah Ramadan, and today I am going to tell you what is motivation letter. The point of this video is me telling you about motivation letter. So, uh, the schedule of this video, the rundown is I'm going to tell you what is a motivation letter, and then I'm going to tell you how to make a motivation letter, and then the last one I will tell you what is my motivation letter. Okay, the first pesky flies. So now I'm going to tell you what is a motivation letter. So what is a motivation letter? Motivation letter is a personal document detailing your professional skills and reasons for applying for a course of study, a scholarship, or a volunteer job. This letter accompanies your application and supporting documents, such as a transcript of your grades or a resume. A motivation letter is sometimes called a statement of a purpose or a motivational letter. Motivational letters are not commonly used for paid jobs applications, which are typically accompanied by cover letters. A cover letter is an introduction of your resume and give example of how your job experience matches the opening you're applying for, while motivation letter focuses more on your personal story and details your interest or personality motives for applying for a program. Now, I have tell you what is a motivation letter. Now I'm going to tell you how to write a motivation letter. Writing a good motivation letter takes time, so make sure you methodically work through the steps to make yours the best as possible. Allowing plenty of time to write your motivation letter ensures you to include all the necessary content and follow each important step. So these are the steps what you have to do to write a motivation letter. I'm just going to give a line and I'm going to explain it one by one. The first is write an outline, and the second is write an introduction, and the third, expand your outline for your body. The fourth is conclude your motivation letter, and the fifth, your proofread your motivation letter. So the first, I'm going to peel one by one about this. So the first one, I'm going to peel write an outline. Write an outline. Write a point form outline, nothing the content of your motivation letter and its order. Write points covering the following topics. First, why you want to study the course or volunteer the program. Your skills or qualities that qualities that benefit the school non-profit. Why you are interested in school or non-profit organization. Think critically about whether you are including all relevant details. A motivation letter from the PhD program will need more details about your experience and specific future plans than a motivation letter for a bachelor program. For example, cross-reference your outline with information from the school or non-profit organization to show you have the qualities and qualifications they are looking for. Assess your format and structure and determine whether moving points around will create a more logical flow. Revise your outline until you are satisfied with it. You can reference with your complete outline when writing your polished motivation letter to stay on track. And the second one is write an introduction. Write an introduction that introduces yourself to the recipient. Address your recipient by name, if possible, to give your motivation letter as a personal touch. Your introduction should capture your recipient attention and encourage them to read on. So, include the details about your achievements in the section. Expand your outline for your body. Expand the points in your outline to form your motivation letter's body. Take your paragraph for every new topic. Remember, your motivation letter aims to convince your recipient of your value. So use compelling facts to be persuasive. And the fourth is conclude your motivation letter. Write a conclusion to your motivation letter that summarizes your goal and leaves a positive final impression. You should also thank your recipient for considering your application and encourage them to contact you if they have any questions. Proofread your motivation letter. Proofread your motivation letter to make it more concise and professional. Correct any spelling and grammatical errors and awkward phrasing. Edit information already listed in your application form or resume to ensure your motivation letter contains only unique information. Okay. So you may need to proofread your motivation letter several times to identify all your problem areas. If time permits, complete this step 2 days or more after writing a motivation letter, as time away from your work allows you to view it more objectively. To help ensure your letter has professional grammar and spelling, ask trusted friend or family member to proofread your motivation letter after you. Okay, now I'm going to show you tips. I'm going to show you some tips about writing a motivation letter. So the first is follow any guidelines. Following any formatting, length, and content guidelines provided by your prospective school or nonprofit. If the organization does not provide any details, write approximately half to 1 page of text with basics 12-point font, such as Times New Roman or Arial. And the second one, write with personality. Write in natural voice that reflects you how you would speak to the recipient if they were in room with you. Include interest details that help your motivation letter stand out from the others. Humor can be misinterpreted, so options for more serious tone. Use accessible language. Identify any unnecessarily complex terms or jargon when you're proofreading and replace them with simpler words. Write short, active sentences that cannot be misinterpreted. And the last one, the tips that I give you, focused on your strengths. Write about your personal strength rather than your challenges or limitations. Writing about your strengths help the recipients of your motivation letter understand your value to the organization, keeps your letter tone in positive. So now I'm going to tell you about my motivation letter. Actually, it's a very short motivation letter that I make around 1.5 hours. I think most of the time I'm just thinking about how to make good grammar, how not to produce a awkward grammar, or I don't know. Most of the time I'm just doing my task, so I don't really have time for doing this. So I'm gonna try. Wait. So this is my motivation letter. Actually, I don't have anything to be proud of, but my teacher and the people around me, such as my friends, teachers, family, they're also approving my English knowledge. That they have said I could communicate with foreign people very well without any hesitation. Also, I'm capable of being a good student. Maybe I've got achievement for being good student at 3 semester. At 3 semester of Edinburgh School, like that's all I can say. It actually is not that really important. Yeah. Okay, now we have reached to the end of the video. So all I want to say is to you guys, thank you for watching this video, and thank you for listening me from the start to the end, all the way. Thank you for everything that you have given me, even it's only views, only giving me views or giving me a subscribe. I really appreciate it. So that's all I can say. Thank you very much for watching this video. I have said it 2 times, and the last I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye guys.